If you're a woman over the age of 40 and you're still thinking, what should I do? I've just gone on to Google and typed in unusual YouTube niches with everyday people. In fact, there's another one right below it, YouTube niches with low competition, but we won't do that today. Let's try the everyday people. Now, unusual YouTube niches featuring everyday people can include niches like niche hobbies, unique daily routines, or even showcasing the challenges and triumphs of specific professions or life stages. For example, channels can focus on niche crafting. It could be crocheting, it could be origami, whatever it is that pulls your heartstring. I'm particularly here for women over the age of 40. If you're struggling to think a particular niche for YouTube or for content creation, I'm here to show you that it is quite easy. All you need to do is know the right places to look at. Starting first with Google. If you think Google is not helpful, which I doubt very much you would say, then there are lots of AI that you can make use of. But I want to share with you today that the journey to starting content creation is a wonderful one, not just for the money. No, please don't do it for the money because you will fall off, but for the relative number of skills you will pick up along the way. And I'm also here to add that not only the skills, the impact it could have on your mental health and wellness. Now, for those of us over the age of 40, I work in HR and I see what the workplace is turning into. A lot of us in our 40s, our 50s, the workplace is becoming a place where you really want to start tapping out, not quiet quitting by per se. I want you to start thinking of your own health and wellness and the quality of your life as your own responsibility. No employer, no matter how good they are, will look after your health for you, will improve your own quality of life for you. Yes, there could be flexibility in the workplace, but it is up to you to carve a life that you really love, a life that you enjoy. Fall in love with yourself over and over again. And I think building something through a creative outlet can help us bring purpose back into life. That's why I created my channel. I'm constantly on the move for women over the age of 40, to open up your eyes to niches, to people making money or living better lives online as a result of them creating relatable content. And you can do it too. Nothing says you cannot do it. You can do it too. Now, here we are. Google is suggesting the very first one, niche hobbies and crafts. There's extreme couponing, which is documenting the process of finding and utilizing coupons, showing how to save money on groceries and other items. I think this one is particularly very popular in the United States. If you're into competitive eating with a twist, then you may want to go for this. I don't particularly see any woman over the age of 40 will want to be doing speed eating or focus on a specific type of food like mukbang. Yes, people do that with their family and friends. If you have a very large family, and you've got kids, why not? You can easily capture that while they are eating. There's niche model building. I think this one is focusing on building specific types of models. So historical shapes, fantasy creatures with detailed tutorials and techniques. If you are a collector of that kind of thing, then why not do it? You're already doing it anyway as part of your life. You might as well set up a camera, your mobile phone, and capture it. There's blacksmithing for beginners. I don't know if that's a thing. Yes, you can teach it with a focus on the basics for newcomers. So you target those who have the interest and they are looking to explore it as an art, as a hobby for themselves. I did recently meet a woman in her 40s who's just picked up the what would I call it? Beer making, the art of beer making. And she's taking exams, she's loving it, although she's complaining that it's boring, but yes, she is excelling at it. If we go into this one that is of interest to me, it's the unique daily routines and professions. If you remember a couple of years back now, probably 3, 4 years, just before COVID, or yes, just on the cusp of COVID, we noticed that a lot of doctors started creating content on YouTube. And that's because they wanted to be able to serve people, bring that profession to everyday people. So these were in two ways, either sharing medical information or advice, or sharing what life is like for them as doctors, from getting a place at university, going through training, finishing their education, and then practicing as fully qualified doctors. We saw the rise of people like Ali Abdul, who was a doctor previously in his life, and then he realized that it really wasn't for him, and he came into the content creation sphere or space. So yours could be something like that as well. I've seen a couple of HR professionals. That's because that's where I work, so it is of interest to me. Who other have I seen? Which other profession? I've seen an IT person who used to work at Google, and then she decided to become an entrepreneur. There are lots of people who are sharing their perspective of their career, so to speak, on YouTube and creating content with it. So Google is suggesting here we could do night shift workers perspective, which is you sharing your own unique experience from working the night shift. You could be a night guard. You could be a security officer who only works at night. That could be it. You could be stocking shelves in Tesco or a supermarket. People would watch that kind of stuff. But also think about it. If you're already doing it as your day job, all you need to do is tell your story about it and then package that into a video. There's the everyday life of a freelancer, showcasing the realities of freelancing, including dealing with clients, handling complaints, managing time, finding work, handling the challenges that come with when there is no work. How do you budget yourself? How do you promote yourself as a freelancer? That's something that is relatable. Single parent survival guide is sharing tips, struggles, and triumphs of raising a family as a single parent. I watch a lady, Nakisha Sean, on YouTube, and she's been doing this for a very long time. She was divorced, ended up with the kids, and decided she was going to go into business. Unfortunately, it matched also with that was the time when she quit corporate America. So she's able to tell her story, but also how she really got her life back together from blogging, how she was making money from blogging and then going onto Instagram and building an audience before coming onto YouTube. So if that is something you are currently going through, then why not share it? A lot of women in their 40s are constantly battling challenges in life. We should just need to be able to tell the story. You'll find that when you share your story, it feels lighter, you feel lighter, and you're able to find tools to move on. There's sharing or documenting minimalist lifestyle of living in a van, including travel, budgeting, and maintenance. If if you've got very low responsibilities, why not pick a place and travel the world and document your story or your journey while doing it? The life of a specific profession, as I mentioned earlier on, it's people like doctors, nurses, midwives, doulas, IT consultants who are doing this so much on YouTube. You could be showcasing the unique challenges and daily routines of a specific profession, like a park ranger, if you're a librarian, if you're a postal worker, a supermarket worker, as I said, if you're a cleaner, if you're a driver, a bus driver. In the UK, you can particularly do these things. Everyday jobs in your environment really speaks to you. If that is what you're already doing as your day job, why wouldn't you talk about it? What you like about it, what you hate about it? Would you do it? What would you do differently if you were to go into it, or if you were a 20-year-old? Then we come on to niche interest and collections. Are you a toy collector? Do you collect action figures? Do you collect unique stamps? Do you collect shoes, handbags? You see lots of videos on YouTube, people showcasing the handbags that they have in their wardrobe. There's the art of a specific skill, which is the process of learning and mastering a specific skills. Do you want to change your handwriting? Learn about calligraphy. Is it dancing for you as a woman over the age of 40? Do you collect origami? Do you collect hand creams? I have met somebody who's collected hand cream. I am she. Yes, but I don't find it that I would talk about my hand cream because it's not something that sparks joy for me. I just collect them. Do you juggle? Maybe you're able to juggle balls. That's a skill you could easily share, pack it into a story and share online. There is so much here that picks that could pique your interest. There's fitness for seniors, fitness for women over the age of 40, particularly if there's fashion for women over the age of 40. So I think there are lots of things you can pick as a niche. A niche is not really defined by anybody but you. It is all about you. It's what brings you joy. What can you talk about over and over again that you wouldn't get tired of, that you wouldn't need a script for? Because that's the thing. Oftentimes people fall off because they're trying to be who they're not. If you have to use a script and it makes you sound robotic, it's not going to work for you. You can mix it, you can have an outline, and then that helps to shape your story so that you don't fall off what you're trying to talk about and you don't waffle. But if you're able to do these things, you can practice and you become better. I started my channel in order to become a better public speaker. I'm not there, I'm not where I want to be yet. I struggle on my words, but I'm constantly learning and making use of the tools that are available to me. And I've realized that if I can put myself out there, selfishly, of course, then this will get better. Making use of my mouth will get better. Articulating my thoughts will get better. My storytelling will get better. YouTube is helping me do that. Creating content is helping me to do that. So find your niche. What is one thing that people come to you for? Because they know, they're confident that if they're to ask you, you would package it in such a way that they would be able to take action. You package it in such a way that they will feel entertained, they will feel inspired, they will feel motivated to go and take action. That is your niche, no matter how unusual it is. And I run a hidden niches series on my YouTube channel where I make use of other channels that I consume, that I watch, that I come across, and just share with you things I take away, lessons I take away from it for your own benefit. If you're a woman over the age of 40 and you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel, it is very helpful for you. Create quality content. I wouldn't necessarily say high quality, because if you keep postponing it and saying you will wait until you get a good camera, forget it. You will never do it because it will take you time to then learn about that camera before you start creating content. So make use of what you have now. Make use of your phone. Make use of your laptop webcam. Just do it. Just start. I think it is very, very important that women over the age of 40 who either have day jobs or don't, you need to start thinking about this decade. It is such a pivotal decade in our lives. It is when we go through perimenopause symptoms. You might not even have anyone to talk to about it. Why not share what you're going through? Because it can help somebody else out there. How are you overcoming these feelings? I think that decade from 40 to 50 is when we get to shape the next decade. Because in the next decade, you're probably finding yourself. That's probably when you're now going through menopause itself. And we all know the amount of stigma that is against menopause, the word itself, and then the experience. Thankfully, women like you, women like me who have gone through theirs, have created a niche online on YouTube to talk about these things as well. So the more awareness there is, the better. But the awareness comes from the individuals taking advantage of knowing themselves, of being self-aware, and then willing to share. So if you're in your 40s and you're thinking your 9 to 5 is all that you have, it isn't. You're meant to explore other aspects of you, because your 9 to 5 may be serving you now, but there will come a time when it will no longer serve you. Your employer will not always have you or have your back. Employees are disposable, so to speak. That's one word I'd like to say. Sounds harsh, but especially if you're in the corporate world and there's no passion there, you want to start pouring into yourself. And I think finding a creative outlet is something everyone should explore. It is definitely something everyone should explore. Don't go out of your life to try and create content. I am selling you here a long term game, a long term strategy. I'm saying start now, because in 10, 20 years' time, you don't know where it could take you. You might always think that you're not entrepreneurial. However, from creating content or learning content creation, people have written books, people have created products, people have gone to create communities that are now meeting offline, people have developed friendships that they're taking into the future with them. Those are things that money sometimes cannot buy. Just on unpacking the layers to you as a person. So be consistent. Don't create one more job for yourself. You already have one. Um, and in saying that, define what consistency means for you. Is it once a week? Is it twice a week? Is it three times a week? You could go gongatic and be dropping videos every single day, like Fumi Desaluvold. She is an amazing, inspiring woman. She's on YouTube as well. So define what that looks for you. People are getting away with just one video a week. It still works. So define that for you and stick to it. Stick to it. But also, while you're at it, this can really get busy. It feels like work sometimes, which is why you have to find what's excites you. Find what makes you happy and create content around that. I have 100 reasons why women over the age of 40 should start creating content, even if nobody watches. And that was a live where I went through each and every single reason. So I am sure you can find a niche. You can look in your life, take a moment to sit down and look at your life. What do you do every single day? Don't even think, will it help somebody for now? Just what you do every single day. I've seen people create content around um, just a day in the life of a Black woman, over 40 Black woman who lives in London. She is a caregiver. She is a caregiver and she just vlogs. She takes the camera, her phone with her from the moment she wakes up till when she clocks in at work, delivers a service to her clients, comes out of the client's house and continues talking. Oh, that was an incredible moment. Or the time she sat down with the client to share a cup of tea, what's running through our mind. A lot of us are bottling up what we shouldn't be bottling up. And it's not great. It's not good for our health. Um, it's not particularly good for our mental health, our well-being either. We want to be able to define the quality of life. Even if we're going to live up to 50, don't you want that quality of life to be of a good one? You want to milk the most you can out of this life, and you want to be able to impact other people as well. Anyway, that is all about me. There is so much you can take from Google. These are unusual YouTube niches with everyday people. And I think they are applicable to women over the age of 40. As I said, I am Anna B. I am the woman who teaches by being. I'm going through this. I'm learning content creation. So I can afford to make mistakes over and over and over again while still trying to learn and get better one video at a time, but also 1% at a time. I wish you all the best.